Sending peace and love and harmony to everybody. Hope your day is going pretty well. Hope the cosmic rays are showering you with joy and happiness. Showering you with joy and happiness. Am I here? Hi, Courtney. It's frozen. Am I back? Oh, dearie. Not today. Come on. Is it back? Ah, jeez. Hopefully, we're not going to have this. Okay. Are we good? I feel like it's freezing again. No. Yeah, okay. Please just type in when I'm frozen. I don't know what's going on. The weather is a bit gloomy today, so I'm not sure. Now, the people left, but it's okay. All right. It is knowledge about prayers. All right. The power that holds the entire cosmos together is energy. And it is the essence nucleus of that energy. Everything is subject to its power. Am I still here? Okay. These energies gain value according to their degrees of powerfulness. Each matter carries an energy equivalent to the frequency of the medium which it belongs. So each matter, right, carries the energy equivalent to the frequency of the medium to which it belongs. So whichever medium, each matter, including us, we're matter as at the moment. A rock disintegrates by the energy of the sun, breaks into motes, becomes sand, dust, and soil. Okay? A blade of grass grows through energy, flourishes, and when its energy is exhausted, it withers and is transformed into a different kind of energy. So, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, it just exists, right? So, it's only transformation that we go through, we don't go through non existence. And this transformation we call death, but we understand that everything happens simultaneously. The moment there's a death, there's an instant rebirth. Is two sides of the same coin. Once you enter through the door, you leave one space, but you automatically enter through another space. Okay? Each evolution prepares you for the medium. Sorry, every living being completes its evolution, being subject to incarnations and the law of graduation. Please let me know if I'm still here. Each evolution prepares you for the medium of being able to receive more powerful energies. Okay? So each evolution that we go through prepares us for the medium of being able to receive more powerful energies. We are always graduating through the law of graduation, right? Since the existence of the cosmos, the evolution tableau goes on interminably in this way. This is a natural circulation. So since the existence of the cosmos, the laws that govern the cosmos are created simultaneously with the cosmos. The beings that will live in the cosmos are created within and from the cosmos. Everything is one. This is how old you are. In the entire cosmos, energies that come from beyond time, immemorial, that is, a very ancient incarnation, are always more powerful and stronger than the energies of the medium they are in. So I'll read that again. In the entire cosmos, Energies that come from beyond time immemorial, that is very ancient incarnations, right? Old ancient incarnations are always more powerful and stronger than the energies of the medium they are in. Okay, so Grand Rising. So how old you are, how further back you have existed, right? You will always be more powerful than the medium that you are in because you have, hold on, let me, years and you have tapped into so much dimensions and frequencies, right? These energies who are more powerful than you have always influenced you until today, and the sages and the prophets have guided you on the path of religion in this manner. Okay? So we can understand that our prophets are ancient incarnations, right? That's why they have unveiled awareness because they've already gone through it and they have attained God consciousness. I am beyond the age of time. I say, Theo. And you, in accordance with your capacities, attract the cosmic energies from certain fields of influence with the power of your brain generator, right? So, based on your own capacity, based on your own power, based on your own knowledge that you've gathered, right? Based on your own awareness and consciousness level, you attract the energies from that particular cosmos, right? Okay? Your religious books and the prayers within them are nothing but the means that causes you to complete your evolutions without being shaken. So your religious books are part of your law of graduation, right? By habituating you to certain dimensional energies according to the law of graduation. Okay? Now we know that the religions were degenerated, but the essence of it, if you have achieved genuine humanity, the essence of it still remains the same. We understand that it was only habituating us and growing us to gain God consciousness, right? It was only letting us know that there is a God who created you, you're from Him, and was teaching us about love. Other religions, right? It was teaching us about self within self, if only you're able to comprehend it, right? But right now we're in the universal unification. But the religious books were the ones that habituated us to that level, okay? And you, in accordance with your capacities, attract the, sorry, your religious prayers, your religious books and the prayers within them are nothing but a means that causes you to complete your evolutions without being shaken by habituating you to certain dimensional energies according to the law of graduation. These energies are prepared according to the medium consciousness under the supervision of certain powers. The religious books were conveyed to you under the supervision of a specific channel so that these energies would not shake you. And this is the powerful channel Alpha. It has been mentioned before, this focal point energy, which you call Qibla, is constant. However, this focal point is shifting towards the north to, sorry. So it has been mentioned before, this focal point energy, which you call the Qibla, right? That is the landing of the Alpha channel on our planet. It's called the Qibla, right? And it was prior, it was in Mecca, Medina, where the what is it called? The Kaaba is the cube, right? Is, but now it has shifted to the Anatolian channel of Turkey. So it has been mentioned before, this focal point energy, which you call Qibla, is constant. However, this focal point is shifting towards the north due to the rotation of your world around its axis. Each living being enters different fields of energy in proportion to the consciousness sure he has gained and is supervised by that dimension. Okay. However, anything done non-consciously will always lead you to frustration. So this is what I say, we always have to be conscious about our thoughts, our moves, okay? We cannot just be like a feather in the wind and be swayed, right? We have to be conscious thinkers. However, yeah, for knowledge given from unsupervised channels will always lead you to depression if they are more powerful than your bodily and cerebral energies, okay? Grand Rising Marcus. Therefore, do not drown yourself in muddy waters. We advise you not to scatter the frequencies of your essential energies and with diverse prayers and prayer beads. Okay, so they're just telling us to focus on one channel. 201 Marcus. Hey Marcus, you wanna come read, Marcus? In this final period, which you call the period of resurrecting, cosmic rays are given in gradual doses to your planet. Okay? We are trying to make everyone gain a certain consciousness. For this reason, the channel alpha is being kept shut for certain consciousnesses for the time being. For the powerful channel alpha through which the religious books were revealed has been opened to the dimensions beyond religion in which more powerful energies are present. Each society has gained a religious fulfillment by the religious knowledge it received and has attained certain consciousness. This very consciousness takes you without being shaken in any way, beyond the energies carried by the sacred books. And at this moment, Mevlana Anatolian channel is a direct channel of protection. Those who are under this roof receive the energies from the universal dimensions only in the amount they are able to receive by the established system and are not shaken. We are in the resurrecting period. This is exciting. At present, your universe has entered a great radiation field, and we are habituating you gradually to these cosmic rays under the supervision of the established system. Your planet carries on its life in this way. Now, a lot of people have been talking about the solar flash that's going to happen. It's going to be like that one big ball of energy that's coming from the sun, the CME, the massive one. But we're getting gradual CMEs, right? We're getting, yeah, Happy New Earth Day 22. We're getting gradual CMEs, doses of it. Okay, this is what they're calling global warming, and we're all being habituated to it. A lot of people are scared that the solar flash is going to kill people, but understand that we're gradually being habituated to it, and it's a light energy, and we're all going to be light if only our consciousness, if only we allow ourselves to grow, universally and cosmically, right? But the solar flash would just be a high end activation, and we're slowly being activated right now anyway, right? So when that big one comes, it would only affect those that like block their brain codes from receiving it, right? Mahrek. Right. Okay, so like don't be afraid. Fear is one of the things that will inhibit you from receiving the cosmic rays. So we are habituating you gradually to these cosmic rays under the supervision of the established system. Your planet carries on its life in this way. Consciousness who go out of the supervision area in a state of bewilderment are going out of the influence of this law of graduation by different prayers and prayer beads that carry the energies of many fields. Okay? And they are augmenting the power of the energies given in measured doses with the energies to which their constitutions are not yet habituated, and they're shaken. So they're telling us to put down the religions. They're telling us to just tap into this new energy that is coming in. They're telling us that our religious books has fulfilled this purpose, and the prayers and the prayer beads that we're doing is kind of scattering our frequency, but to each their own. But they're telling us to focus on the universal unification, because that is the energies that are coming in now, and the channels that are open now is a channel of resurrecting, whereas our paradigm religious practices were to habituate us to this particular place, but not to, they're telling us to put it down for now. But again, some people, like I know some people that just found Christianity, and I know some people that just found Islam, and I know some people that are learning about, like the Buddhist teaching and stuff. So everybody to each their own. So in this period, if you could not complete your evolution until now through incarnations, we make you complete the evolvement of 1,000 years in 1 year by preparing you through numerous occasions for the dimension energy of this medium. So anyone that did not, like, this is vast, okay? In this period, if you could not complete your evolution, okay, through all your previous incarnations, if you could not complete your evolution until now through incarnations, We make you complete the evolvement of 1,000 years in 1 year by preparing you through numerous occasions for the dimension energy of this medium of evolvement. They're taking people through 1,000 years of evolvement in 1 year. Okay? These energy loadings shake those who are not habituated to them, but the currents that are under the supervision of the divine plan take you under the medium of protection. What we call religious consciousness and religious fulfillment is the habituating of your constitutions to the energy of the energy dimension from which the sacred books were given. So this is what our religious books did for us, right? So what we call the religious consciousness, so to attain religious consciousness and fulfillment, was to habituate you of your constitution to the energies of the energy dimensions from which the sacred books were given. So the religious books habituated you to the dimension that the books came from, right? So they connected you to that dimension. After you are habituated to those energies, worships do not cause you to gain anything. So you go through worship through your religious fulfillments, through your religious progresses, and then you tap into the dimension where the books came from. So the religions were like steps to that dimension where they came from. Once you have entered that dimension and you have become a genuine devotee, right? Once you have become a genuine devotee, it says what we call religious consciousness and religious fulfillment is the habituating of your constitutions to the energies of the energy dimension from which the sacred books were given. After you are habituated to those energies, right? Worships do not cause you to gain anything because you dive into energies beyond religion that are found in higher dimensions. You understand that? Were they staggering? So, so after the religious fulfillment, so the religions were steps and ladders to get you to the dimension where the books were dictated from. And then once you tap into that energy and you're habituated to that energy, now you're comfortable. You become the religion. You don't need the books and you don't need the prayers because it was just steps to get to that ladder, right? Like if you had to study for an exam in order to be a doctor, once you know, all the steps of the books that you had to study, once you get to the doctorate degree or PhD, you become the doctor. All the books was to go inside of you to be a doctor. And once that you've graduated and tapped into that dimension, you are the doctor. You don't need the books anymore. You don't need the prayer beads anymore. You are that. Okay? And then from then on, you're then upgraded to higher dimensions. Okay? For this reason, religious mediums have accelerated in every continent because of this preparation. The land that is called the land of eagles is the land of Amun, and it carries the waves of the golden light years. Only the high consciousness who can receive these waves are being accepted into the Mevlana essence nucleus group, and preparation for salvation are being made in this way. In this very stage, dear Mevlana has collaborated with us and has been preparing her terrestrial brothers and sisters for the medium of salvation in this way. Our gratitude to her and to our friends is infinite. Our love is upon the entire universe. Special note of the center. How are we doing? How are we doing? Right. How are we doing? How are we doing? We're good? Okay, note. The fascicules distributed are preparing you for the same medium throughout the entire world by the energies they carry. However, their distribution is under the supervision of the plan and the center. They are being given only to those who deserve them. Okay? And in turn, so anyone that receives a fascicule, it's ordained for you to receive a fascicule. Anyone that picks up a book, it's the knowledge book, it's ordained for you to pick up the knowledge book. You get the book when you have completed a certain level of your incarnation. You get the book when your frequency has tapped into the frequency of the book. That is when the book comes to you. Okay? And in turn, they shed light on their terrestrial brothers and sisters in this way. It is presented for your knowledge. It is clear knowledge about obsession. Now, pay attention to this because this is part of how we shed certain dense energies on this planet. Obsession, jealousy, you know, toxic relationship. So pay attention. The book is Alpha and Beta. That's why there's some. It's from the Alpha channel, but it is knowledge of space and all of it. That's why the. Let me show you this. If you look on any signature that says pen of the golden age, you will see the Alpha and Beta sign, right? You will see it together. I forgot what chapter that is in. This is a bit small, but hold on, let me not lose my page. If you see, whenever Mevlana, the pen of the golden age, writes, she puts the Alpha and Beta sign. Okay. It is clear knowledge about obsession. Oh, that's cool. Amunra, it? Our friends, our human brothers and sisters do not even know yet what is meant by obsession. That is why it has become an exigency to explain it in this writing. Now we will mention some properties of this last period to you. In accordance with the plan, the friend who is going to be prepared for awakening is first assisted by an exalted being from his or her family medium who comes from the same gene. Okay? So, in accordance with the plan, now pay attention. In accordance with the plan, the friend who is going to be prepared for awakening is first assisted by an exalted being from his or her family medium who comes from the same gene. You hear that? So anyone that is going to be going through the awakening, somebody from your bloodline who has been exalted, meaning they've completed their incarnation, have achieved universal consciousness, comes to you, right? And help you in your awakening, okay? So an exalted being from his or her family medium who comes from the same gene. If there is no one like this in the family medium, the closest frequency to the frequency of the one who is going to be trained gets gets in contact with him or her. This is her his or her mission. So if you do not have an exalted being from your bloodline, from your gene, right? Then the closest frequency of the one who is going to be trained. So if I was going to be trained and I don't have an exalted being in my family, right? If I'm coming through my awakening period and I'm about to go through my resurrecting and the attainment of cosmic knowledge, right? But I don't have an exalted being in my family, someone whose frequency is close to mine. So this is parallel awakening, right? Remember, there's contradictory awakening. This is parallel awakening. So then someone whose frequency is close to mine will be brought to me, okay, to guide me. They will be brought to me. They'll be made contact with me to guide me on my journey, all right? If a supreme being is transferred to your planet as a missionary, a supreme one from the mechanism assists him or her. His or her assistant is in the form of guiding him or her in the work she or he has to do. Each supreme one has a supreme missionary. Okay? So whenever there's a supreme being, a supreme one is sent to guide him or her. Okay? The theme of the religious people with whom they sympathize are used to reinforce and to give confidence to the consciousness who are going to be awakened from the normal dimensional frequency. So the themes of the religious people with whom they sympathize are used to reinforce and to give confidence to the consciousness who are going to be awakened. So if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, the the themes of the religious people in that medium, so Prophet Muhammad, Prophet Isa, Jesus, right? Their themes will be used to help you in your awakening, right? Um, for this reason, the great names used deceive you. Okay? The consciousness who are taken into the medium of awakening by this means later are rendered conscious slowly in accordance with the law of graduation. But if the awakening occurs late, that is, if cognizance cannot reach logic, some shocks of deception and cheating are applied to this medium. These shocks are the methods by which certain energies in the spiritual plan guide you. So these shocks are the methods by which certain energies in the spiritual plan guide you. So sometimes these shocks can, you know, they send you on the right path by shaking you. The state continues until you overcome the shock and reach the filtration of logic. Some overcome the shock quickly, some late, some never. Supreme awarenesses are exempt from these shocks. In some of the underdeveloped awarenesses, these shocks cause the blowing of the fuse. You consider these people psychiatrically ill, mad, or obsessed. This is a very thin wall that separates the mad from the sage. So I even did a video on this mental illness, and I was talking about how there's a very thin line between mental illness and awaken, right? So the energies received will be the same, but the one who's not able to, who did not have the capacity to receive it, is thrown into the abyss of mental illness, right? But they are seeing the same energies, they're seeing the beings, but they're not able to habituate themselves, and therefore their brain fuses are blown, and fear renders them into that dark place, right? Whereas the awakened are more habituated to the energies, and they're more accepting and welcoming to it, and then they marinate, or they marry it, and they become one with it, right? So that is a thin line between mental your mother, yeah. That is a thing. I remember when I was like 16, 17, I was waking up like very vast, and I was telling my mom about Jesus, and I was like, this didn't happen, that didn't happen. My mom thought I was crazy, and she said I was scaring her. Um, okay, this is a very thin wall that separates the mad from the sage. You either demolish that wall and pass through the other side, or you are crushed under the wall. All these events are always controlled by the next higher dimension. If there is no advancement on this path of awakening, the being is left alone with his or her plan of destiny. Okay, we are not concerned with him or her anymore. She or he is perpetuates his or her normal life, so they go back to being asleep. She or he is taken into the applied field in his or her next incarnation. There are some people that will reject this. There are some people that will reject the awakening. There are some people that their brain fuse will blow, and there are some people that will accept it in advance, right? But those that reject it, they just go back to sleep. They rather be zombies, and they go back to sleep, and then they just live their normal life. And then maybe in their next incarnation, they will be approached again by these energies, and maybe by then they'll be ready to accept, right? Okay. So it is the factor of doubt that protects powerful awarenesses and wills. So doubt, right, protects. It is the factor of doubt that protects powerful awarenesses and wills. To believe blindly in something is detrimental to you rather than beneficial. First, the brain is made to function, and its battery is drained. Then it is recharged, and by means of the system, you reach advanced source of knowledge through uncertainties. So you receive a knowledge, you doubt it, right? Um, Doubting allows you to like question it, right? It allows you to question it, like, no, this doesn't make sense. I know this kind of information. This does not, this contradicts with what I know. That battle back and forth eventually sets you on, that's logic, right? You're applying your logical field, and eventually that sets you on the right course. You attain the truth through that. Okay, so first the brain is made to function, and its battery is drained, then it is recharged, and by means of the system, you reach advanced source of knowledge through uncertainties. Okay, this is a system of evolution. Your gain is your awareness and your cognizance. Okay, this is what you gain, right? You gain your awareness and your cognizance. In every medium of quest, provided that one gives priority to logic, there will not be any shakeups. Some circles accept the awakening shocks of a person who is in the medium of quest as an obsession. Okay? The obsession, from what I understand of the word obsession you're using, is like possession, like those that they say are spiritually possessed, right? In this final period, since all the consciousness are awakened slowly, parallel to the law of graduation, under the supervision of certain medium, What you call obsession is almost eliminated for the time being. Okay, so yeah, because of the law of graduation, right? There shouldn't be any possession or mental illness coming through. Um, Not mental illness, but psychiatric wise, like possession, obsession, shouldn't be coming through because of the law of graduation. Hi, Cinderella. Hey, because of the law of graduation, everybody's being habituated gradually, right? So that the brain fuse does not blow. So genetic defects are part of this subject. The effect of a shock on the consciousness who cannot be awakened quickly is not obsession. Later, this subject will be mentioned in more detail. For your planet will be under the effect of more powerful currents in later years. For this reason, now remember, if this was written like 1981, and I'm sure this chapter was like 85, and they're talking about for your planet will be under the effect of more powerful currents in later years. This is way later years. So our currents are pretty intense right now. For this reason, everyone around you, either close to you or not, will assume his or her genuine personality and thus will exhibit his or her essence. Okay? At present, as a necessity of the plan, the permission to reveal her identity has been given only to dear Mevlana. This is crucial for the knowledge book that is being dictated. However, this revelation has been delayed for the time being in the direction of her wish. Our love is upon the entire universe, center above the center. Hello, Cooper. Private message from Amun. I love reading Amun's message because I don't know why I feel really connected to Amun. Like it was part of the reason why this book like made perfect sense when I heard Amun's name in there, and I was like, because I like through after I went through my religious medium, after I went through Christianity, and then I was left alone for a while, and then I went through the Nuwabian order of Melchizedek, and that had everything to do with Egypt and aliens and everything, and like cosmic knowledge and planetary alignment and the galaxies and who's from where and what from where and who came here at what time and did what. And so like when I heard Amun's name, and then it talked about how Amun is Amun, then there's Amun Ra, and there's a Rahman, and they're all, and then in Islam it's Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. I was like, and then I realized that the reason why we say Amen or Amin when we pray is because Amun is in charge of the transmission, right? Of the transmission and the communication in the universe. Amun is in charge of that through the telekind and the link system. So we say Amin or Amun um, to get that our prayers right sent out through the transmission, because Amun is in charge of the golden galaxy, which is a communicative medium. And so like every time I read message from Amun, I'm just like Amun. Okay, private message from Amun. Dear friend, now we can communicate very easily with you through our direct channel. At the moment, all galactic clusters are subject to the divine mechanism of the center above the center. So all the galactic clusters, right, are subject to the divine mechanism of the center above the center. Like everybody is being called out to this awakening. The single focal point of all the religious books is this place here. We are a whole. The golden galaxy, the golden galaxy where I am in is in a universe far beyond the 72nd dimension. So this is Amun's location, far beyond the 72nd dimension. This book, which is dictated as the essence of all the sacred books, is the book of all the realms. And now it is being dictated to you. The dimension of this book is infinite, but the capacity of your planet can receive only the knowledge up to the 18th dimension, exceptions excluded. So the dimension of this book is infinite, right? But they have habituated us only up to the 18th dimension. So this book is carrying the frequency that we can easily adapt to. We are evaluating everything by the consciousness of the automatic logic. We are given the knowledge in accordance with the frequency level of your planet. The knowledge we are giving to you and to other friends is private and personal. It is part of your general frequency. Yeah, you're going to ask him that? Okay. One goes from the golden light year to Altona, from there to the golden moon, and from there to the golden galaxy. So, golden light year to Altona to the golden moon to the golden galaxy. The essence nucleus of this planet is pure gold and pure energy. For this reason, it is the center of communication of all the galaxies. You hear that? The system I am in is a single galaxy connected to the telecine system, right? We have a great vibration center. The resonance emanates from here fractionally to all the galactic systems. Let us explain more clearly. This is a very great universal radar base. All repliques are thought, all repliques are thoughts, all thoughts are coded here by the automatic logic. This procedure is administered by special ships. According to the system here, your planet is as small as 1 millionth of a dot. Did you hear that? According to the system there, our planet is as small as 1 millionth of a dot. Take a dot, separate it 1 million times. We are one millionth of that 1 million time of that dot separated. These are massive giants, okay? Their planets are like huge. But your brain generator has a level to comprise all kinds of knowledge. So they're saying that even though our planet is tiny, that they can't even see, because tiny, tiny. Our brain generator, however, can tap into higher knowledge, right? For centuries, we have been in contact with friends who can receive this knowledge. Our mission is to project the knowledge we receive on the universal consciousness. Only those who are purified beyond evolvement are obliged to receive this knowledge. This is a matter of permission. Here we act by the command of the center above the center. The gates are open to everyone in this way. Communications are carried out through the telecine system. Private connections are connected to the link system. Wait in serenity. Each event is for the benefit of your planet. Our love is infinite. Your voice is our voice. Your word is our word. Amun. Service to humanity is through learning and science. Service to the universe is through mind and thought. Okay? You understand that, right? So, service to humanity is through learning and science. We learn, we create stuff to benefit humanity. Service to the universe is through the mind and thought, positive thinking, right? Come, 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 right? Infinite love, infinite tolerance, infinite humility. Here is a universal mechanism. The changes in the suggestions that will be given from the golden star have been moved behind the dimensions by the command coming from the land of loving ones. This is the area in which the curves are available. The waves that will never shake you will now be given to you directly from the golden light year. Okay? The supervision of the group has been transferred to the direct channel. You are under the sacred security of the golden light year. How you feeling? We are given the energies of all the dimensions from the center under supervision. We are unifying all the frequencies by supervising all the groups on your planet. Unification is achieved by universal laws. Now differences are being brought to an end. Differences are being brought to an end. We are selecting one by one the friends who will be taken into salvation. This is the land of Amun, who holds the golden key of the golden light year in his hands. All the gates that will be open to you are being opened by this channel. The might from God, mission from us, determination from you, righteousness is your light, our friends. Okay? So the might is from God, so the energy is from God, the mission is from our celestial family, and the determination, which is our quest forward, right? And righteousness is our light. Yeah, for sure. Self-confidence. 1986. So we finished Fascicule 14. Oh my gosh, I haven't uploaded the other ones that we did. Now I'm going to be 3 behind. 1986, third month, Fascicule 15. Okay. The years are coming closer to this year, y'all. Special note of the center, our friends. In the future, we will prepare very different. Wait, what time did I come here? 10:30, 12:30. Our friends, in the future, we will prepare very different unknown mediums for you. Happiness are within happinesses. Happinesses are within happinesses. However, each distress is a threshold of the ladder of happiness. Okay? Unless you pass over that threshold, you cannot achieve liberation. Depressions never affect the devoted servants of Allah in any way. Okay? So depressions never affect the devoted servants of Allah in any way. Thresholds, distress never affect the devoted servants of Allah in any way, right? Because of their understanding of what these thresholds are. The light filling the essence heart of a person who does not assume superiority never decrease. So the light that is filling the essence heart of a person who does not assume superiority, that light never decrease, right? So when you're humble, your light brights even more. Allah will give good news to all his servants. The eyes that see will see them, and those that do not will fall under the effect of negative currents. You will personally witness the occurrences that will manifest in different fashion in each person. Certain adverse effects of star currents may affect your constitutions. The alloys within your planet attract the waves from electromagnetic fields to your Earth, and they influence both the natural order and your cell structure. So our planet has alloys, and these alloys are the ones that are pulling the electromagnetic fields, right? And they're pulling the current in, because our planet also needs it, right? So it affects our Earth, the natural order, and our cell structure. Okay, our DNA, yeah. For the regenerations of cells, certain procedures considered necessary for a core will be applied gradually to humans by powers unknown to you. So for the regenerations of cells, certain procedures necessary for a core will be applied gradually to humans by powers unknown to us, right? Your constitution will proceed towards the good and the beautiful by day. You will personally feel and see this. Your health will be enhanced each day. Certain effects that the electromagnetic waves will have on the human will cause certain perceptions, right? These perceptions will regenerate your cell phenomenon. By this means, your constitutions will be purified from universal negative factors. Okay? So these cosmic rays are annihilating negativity from us. It is restructuring. Listen, we're going to get to a place that when we want to even think or do negative, it will be annihilated before we can even think it. This is pure positivity. Like when you're about to do something, you think, oh, I don't think this can just succeed. That thought will not even come. Like you will attempt to think it and it will just vanish. And to a place where you will not even attempt to think it eventually. Okay? So certain effects that the electromagnetic waves will have on the human will cause certain perceptions. Okay? So you start having different perceptions, understanding, scenes, right? These perceptions will generate your cell phenomenon. By this means, your constitutions will be purified from universal negative factors. Do not forget that the messages given until today were not given in vain. Leaps are the destiny of your world, right? Quantum leaping. We have directly connected you for this reason, connected with you for this reason. Those who have been selected have been selected. Those who have developed have developed. And by this means, steps that will be taken towards the future have been assured. When the time comes, very powerful gates will be opened to you. In the present state of your world, since all the living beings send negative currents to the atmosphere, and since these currents cannot pass through the magnetic area, and they return to your earth after they strike this field, your depressions increase both naturally and by the influence of these negative currents. This is why our thoughts have to be positive. This is why we have to leap over the thresholds. This is why we should not allow our stressors to dominate us. This is why we should not be victims to oppressive factors. This is why our thoughts, our cell structure, our being, our vibration, our energy, our influence has to be positive, because every negative thought gets stricken back down on us and then it causes depression. Let's eliminate negativity. This is why they put fear in all the medias. This is why they bring this new fungus virus and it's so deadly, and this COVID virus and it's so deadly, and bombs and wars and death and violence and all that stuff. All because they want us to be depressed. They don't want us to ascend. They don't want us to evolve. They don't want us to get out of the firmament because they can't get out of the firmament. That's why they keep shooting rockets at it. They don't want us to be light energy to get out of the firmament. They want us to be stuck in this 3D dense matter, right? So they keep putting fear and oppressive and depressive factors so that we will think of it and then it will get thrown back down on us and then we'll keep sinking in muddy waters. Let's stop this nonsense. It's our brain energy that they're using. Okay, they're tapping into our brain energy to benefit their evil agenda. Let's stop this nonsense, right? Let's say enough is enough and let's focus on positive thinking. Let's focus on brighter morals. Okay, let's focus on happinesses within happinesses. Okay, let's bring heaven here on this earth. Let's change this. Okay, let's shut this whole thing down. It's not beneficial to any single one of us. Okay, we're over with it and we're done. All right. Now, where was I? So, in the present state of your world, since all the living beings send negative currents to the atmosphere, and since these currents cannot pass through the magnetic area and they return to your earth after they strike this field, your depressions increase both naturally and by the influence of these negative currents. We are trying to disperse this negativity with all our power. All the events are reflected on all humans in conformity with the mechanism of the universe. For this reason, we get in connection directly with you and explain the truths. Humankind carries certain negative thought vibrations with it, even as it tries to enter the purification medium. This is why it is not possible to get in contact with everyone directly. Due to this fact, connections are being administered and supervised by the center for the time being, and the codes of numerous frequencies are being cut off for a certain period. Listen, you hear that? In order for them to make contact with us, we need to not have negativity in our thoughts. I am in the divine love of Allah. The divine love of Allah is in me. I'm sending this love frequency, awakening peace, harmony to all my terrestrial brothers and sisters. Every time you're feeling a little bit of, a little bit of something coming through, infinite love, infinite tolerance, infinite humility, love, learn, light. Okay? Feel that love frequency within you. Your essence is made of this love energy, right? You just have to be it. Okay, so due to this fact, connections are being administered and supervised by the center for the time being, and the codes of numerous frequencies are being cut off for a certain period. Do not forget that salvation is sincerity and negativity is cruelty. Our love is upon the entire universe. I always speak of negativity in such a way like you're eating poison and the poison is not good for you, and yet you keep eating the poison. Like, you're going through stuff. I understand you're going through stuff, but you holding on to the emotions that this thing that you're going through brings is you eating poison. Why don't you battle it with positivity? You know what I mean? Why eat the poison? Why eat it? Why don't you battle it with positivity? Even if the circumstances are not where you want it to be, why don't you live in the circumstances where you want it to be? Why don't you envision where you want it to be? Why don't you live in that moment of how you want your life to be, or how your life will be without that oppressive factor? Like, I keep there. That's where I stay at. I stay in the happy place where all of us are united in love and harmony. I stay in the happy place where there's no discrimination, there's no war, there's no violence. I stay in the happy place where nobody's ever hungry, where nobody's ever alone, where nobody's sad. I stay in that happy place. I dance in that happy place. That's where I want to be, right? This is how I battle these negativities that they're trying to throw on us. This is how I battle it, right? real schools, right, that teach us real knowledge. If you give priority to yourself and to the affairs of the world, you will always remain behind. This is a title of one of the messages. If you give priority to yourself, you're selfish, and to the affairs of the world, if you're all caught up in the 3D, you will always remain behind. It is answer to the chains of thoughts. Now let's dive in. Our friends, if the beginning of a thing is not known, then its end cannot be researched. For this reason, we have been talking to you about the same themes for many years. Now it's time for everyone to attain certain common thought. That is why we are transmitting to you all the truths in all clarity through this knowledge book. We all need to have we all need to have a common thought. Okay? Now the time of individualism has passed. Now it is time to serve the single hand in hand. Okay? The ambitions of becoming the leader have ended. Those who attain the essence of truth and who serve for the path of truth will see the good results. Okay? In this period of sincerity, individual contacts are made one by the assistance of technological means under the supervision of a different system. Technological means, listen, for a very long time, we thought spirituality was like some form of mysticism. And here, we're seeing everything is technology, y'all. Advanced divine technology, but your brains have been washed for centuries by celestial commands. However, these divine waters have washed some of you, and some are still muddy. To expect perfection from every work done is to see the humans on the same spiritual level, which is impossible. For we cannot ignore natural contradictions when even the universe there has contradictions. Sorry. For we cannot ignore natural contradictions when even in the universe there are contradictions. That is why technology has taken everyone under special supervision. Now they put technology in capital, meaning is a particular conscious being. It is not. It is not just something created, right? It's conscious. Everything is conscious. So they put capital T, meaning is a conscious being. That is why technology has taken everyone under supervision. How can it take everyone under supervision if, this procedure is for the salvation of both you and your planet. In the universal unification, a great tolerance prevails for the time being. Mistakes made unconsciously, unbelief are rendered ineffective for now. Okay? Later, these are given again and again. 3 chances. However, in case there are those that cannot use these chances either, they become fully ineffective. Certain conditions introduced to you in the past by religious rules have been abolished in this period to introduce some mildness. However, this does not mean that you should feel extremely free to do just about anything. So just because they're not giving the certain strict rules, like cover your head and pray this amount of times a day and don't eat this and don't eat that. They're only saying that these rules are being mild now because they expect you to for you to be divine and to live justly and righteously on your own. They expect that you can guide yourself, right? They don't go sleep with somebody's wife just because you think, oh, da da da. No, you still have to govern yourself. They expect that you have gained this level of consciousness, that you have the infinite love, infinite tolerance, infinite humility. They expect that you have genuine respect for humanity and all creations, right? So that's why they're saying you shouldn't feel extremely free to do just about anything, okay? You should have adab, okay? But this system, a temporary period, has been taken into effect. However, it is beneficial for you to remember some properties of the system of friends. Selections made find an application field in the framework of the commands of the divine mechanism. The examinations of our friends who have gained cosmic awareness, who have discovered their inner selves, are more intense so that they can undertake a mission. So, those that have been awakened, okay, those that have the cosmic awareness, your examinations, right, are more intense. Why? Because they say the examinations of our friends who have gained cosmic awareness, who have discovered their inner selves, are more intense so that they can undertake a mission, right? Because in order for you to undertake a mission, you really need to have infinite tolerance. You really need to be humble as fuck. You need to not have ego because you're going to be dealing with a wide variety of people, and you need to have infinite love in order to serve humanity, in order to serve your mission correctly. We allot missions in accordance with their capacities to friends who do not swerve from the path they have chosen, despite all pressures, right? Don't forget, don't forget that there's also entities that are trying to prevent you from waking up and you from waking up and performing missions, right? So you should have a strong spirit so that you're not broken by any circumstances that may come your way. Okay? Some friends are performing their missions with instinctive intuitions, though they do not even know the meaning of mission. These friends of ours are irresponsible people, even though they are goodwill. We recommend them not to consider what they do as missions. For the work they perform is very natural. There is nothing extraordinary in it. They should not overemphasize any event. Genuine missions are given only to those who will be able to undertake responsibility. Like your genuine mission, you will know, you will be told that this is your mission, okay? It is a mission to declare our gratitude to all the friends who serve on this path. Gains are tantamount to the endeavors made. Direct message from Altona. Time. Okay. Direct message from the ship Aragon. Yo, like, do you understand that we're intergalactic beings and like we're speaking to ships and we're reading messages from ships? Like, does this just all you? It's quite beautiful. And very soon we're gonna be like, receiving it right from here. Direct message from the ship Aragon, our friends. Until the evolution consciousness and the time consciousness of a human meet the same direction, that person is doomed to live with veiled awareness as a necessity of the plan. So your evolution consciousness and time consciousness. So evolution, knowledge attained versus incarnation, right? They have to be on a parallel level, right? So when you have attained cosmic knowledge, through your incarnations, and they're on a parallel level. So your evolution consciousness and your time consciousness, right, of a human meet on the same direction. Then if that doesn't happen, that person is doomed to live with veiled awareness as a necessity of the plan. Until today, numerous truths have been kept concealed from you so that the masses will be able to attain a certain level of consciousness. Now we have opened the skies and giving your planet all the knowledge due to both natural and the mechanical changes that are occurring in the entire cosmos. Our reflection on you in this way caused mass awakenings. Oh my. This knowledge book that is dictated is not a product of imagination, not a fictional science. For certain thoughts we receive from your thought chains from time to time, we are compelled to perform certain demonstrations, both on the level of the masses and on individual levels, so that their faith can be strengthened and they can attain the truth. We advise them not to be frightened. For certain human friends of ours believe what we say, unfortunately, not through words but through their eyes. Sometimes we have to attempt to make these demonstrations, although we do not want to do so. Our goal is not to prove ourselves. You will attain everything in time that will be gone through. You will see and know the event, and you will be awakened through intuition, and you will believe. All the procedures carried out are to make you gain yourselves. It is not easy at all to reach this state. We get in touch from time to time only with friends who have reached this state or who directly perform mission. Even if you try, you still cannot see us. We regulate ourselves to the frequency of whomever we wish to show ourselves. If they have fear, we never disturb them by entering their frequencies. We perform no individual actions. We act, we act according to the commands we receive. This is one of our Constitution pledges. It is a universal command. However, in the framework of certain compulsions, there will be certain differences in our contacts from now on. It is presented for your knowledge. The responsible one for the Universal Council, captain of the ship Aragon, Talamun. We're getting names of cosmic families, Talamun, Zahora. I think I even saw a name that is Selena. I saw Selena, which is a name that is here. So imagine where we got that from. Notice for all the missionaries. I get dizzy when I start to read. It's crazy. Notice for all the missionaries who will be appointed to the sacred mission. Okay, so notice for all the missionaries who will be appointed to the sacred mission. Our friends. Special operations carried out in all the world groups are being taken under supervision. The universal ordinance is in effect, functioning with all its power. Do you understand this? Since we expect the same power from all the world groups as well, different kinds of work will also be initiated in private performances of work. All the indifferences apart from valid excuses will be let out of the code. Time is not the usual time. There is no permission to waste time. There is urgency. You should feel this urgency in you if you're called to perform a mission. Okay? You cannot sit comfortably in your couch watching television if you're called to perform a mission, unless they're transmitting something through the television to you. Okay? For this reason, commands will be given more directly from now on. Please do not let these words of ours make you uneasy, our friends. We also act in the framework with the commands we receive. We are sure you will understand us. Our love is upon all the universe. That was a message from the center. Notice from the center to the center. Our friends. The messages dictated are the reflection of all the thoughts in the essence source of your focal point. In conformity with the unified ordinance, we are proceeding towards a whole in the entire universe, right? They're proceeding towards a whole, right? This is the unification, right? The source of all the thoughts within the essence source is the cause of existence. Okay? Incarnations that have completed their evolution will prove this to you. For this reason, on your planet, there are many holiness and light brains at the moment who have been embodied through gene transfers. They are the light of the golden age and have been transferred to your planet to guide you. Okay, so you're not alone. Don't feel sad. Like, reminisce and think about these words dictated in the knowledge book. And I trust me, I promise you, if you listen and take these words to heart into your brain energies and really let it stimulate you and let it rewire you, your depressions are groundless. Okay, I'm telling you, I worked on this. I know. I know. Okay, I'm not just talking, I've experienced it. That's why I urge everyone to get their book. I urge everyone to get their book. Okay, because the frequencies of the book, any fears, any doubt, any confusion, any depressions that you have, as you read the book, like, listen, it's photon cyclone. Okay, it is live. It is a live. It's live. The book is live. It is forming friendship with you as you read it. Okay, I cannot express the importance of this enough. Hi, Wyatt. Okay. These friends of ours are the possessors of advanced consciousnesses who lived in the past and now they live among you. They are not people to present offerings to and to wish upon. Okay? You're not here to worship nobody. You're not here to worship your prophets and your sages. They're only here to show you that you can be just like them. They're only here to show you the path that you have to take to be just like them. Okay, the one worth worshiping is our Creator. We are here to have respect and love for one another because we're an atomic whole of the Creator. Okay, the goal is to be enlightened by their lives and by their knowledge. Okay? In this final period, the projection of an advanced technology on you has prepared your planet for a different medium, such as which we had declared to you centuries ago in your sacred books as resurrection. So our planet, now let me put something pretty up. 1 second. Effects. Something pretty come on through. What is this? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's my food. Something pretty. Something pretty. What is pretty here? Sure. Let's go through the path. So in this final period, the projection of an advanced technology on you, so there is already a projection of an advanced technology on us, right? Has prepared your planet for a different medium. So we're being prepared for a different medium, such as which we had declared to you centuries ago in your sacred book as resurrection. Okay, so it is happening. It's not going to happen, it is happening. And now we are conveying everything to you clearly from the pen of dear Mevlana. If you do not refuse our hands extended towards you, you will be the ones who will gain. In future, the circumstances of your world will be very difficult. Difficult days await humanity. Those who have attained this truth have already collaborated with us. These difficult days, we can leap over them if we set our brain energies. At the moment, the magma is boiling and forcing the crust of the world. The reason for this is the preparation for entering a more powerful magnetic medium. If you think and understand that nothing is against us and everything is for us, then it doesn't matter the difficult days. You know that we are changing. To go through labor and delivery as a woman and to bring forth life is the most difficult thing. Lord, it's like a life and death moment, okay? Your heart is beating at a rate that no other heart beats at in that period because of all that pain, okay? But remember, through every difficulty is something beautiful coming. So let's hold on to that beautiful morals that are coming, okay? Do not allow any words to depress you, okay? Jump over these thresholds. At the moment, the magma is boiling and forcing the crust of the world. The reason for this is the preparation for entering a more powerful magnetic medium. This means that your entire universe is being gradually pulled by a very powerful magnetic whole towards itself. You understand that, okay? We're being pulled by higher energies towards itself because we need to become one with it, which means our frequency is changing in order to fit into this powerful whole, magnetic whole that is pulling us, okay? We're being called back to the source. And in order for you to be called back to the source, you have to shed so many layers of dense matter, of negativity. You need to become light as you are approaching the source. You need to match the frequency and the vibration of the source so that you merge in nicely. Okay? So that you merge in nicely and become one. Okay? So you know that the molten and non-molten metals constitute the essence of your planet. For this very reason, a powerful magnet causes you to leap in certain periods by pulling you towards itself. Leap. And we've been hearing about quantum leaping, okay? So a powerful magnet causes you to leap in certain periods by pulling you towards itself. We are energy. Get over the physical. Thank you, Ida. That's a lot of likes. We are energy, okay? Get over the physical. Am I still here? I'm still here, right? Okay. The first of these universal leaps occurred in the month of November in the world year 1981. And you got over this first stage without realizing anything. But it's the book of the human being, yeah? Okay, so in 1981, we did a quantum leap, right? Our timelines changed because all the living beings on your planet were made. My time should, is everything will align anyway. So the first of these universal leaps occurred in the month of November in the world year 1981, And you got over this stage without realizing anything because all the living beings on your planet were made to sleep for 6 days by ion winds. Okay. 13th to 18th November, you went to sleep at night on November 12th and you woke up on the morning of the 19th. Okay. However, since the calendar showed the date of the next day as the 13th, life continued regularly, and the sleep of 6 days seemed like the sleep of one night. You went on living, accepting time as if it were the next day. Meanwhile, a very slight shift occurred in the axis of your world, and your world turns more slowly by a period of 1 second per day. You have gained more or less 1 day per year. So now for us, your calendar has 366 and not 365. In fact, there are numerous terrestrial friends of ours who were awake during that leap, who knows this truth and who cooperate with us. When they read this text, they will understand the truth better. Leaps are the destiny of your planet. It is our heartfelt wish that you can pass over these periods more easily in the future. We always assist you on this path, our friends. Our love is upon the entire universe. Do you understand the magnitude of information? Like, this is a reflection on the self. This is how powerful and how beautiful all of this is. Like, quantum leaping, you know? Universal Consciousness, Golden Age. Please let me know where to purchase the book. Um, okay, let me follow you and then I'll message you after. Oh wait, do I already follow you? I do already follow you. But can you just send me a message? It looks like I already follow you. Okay, if you can send me a message. Have you read the excerpts on the Mevlana Essence Nucleus group? I feel like they should make it much more easier for people to get the book. Probably that's why they asked me to. But if you go on the Etsy, if you go on my Etsy shop, if you type in ALA, which is MANI, right? Fashion, ALAMANI. And there's even a payment system there that allows you to pay in smaller amounts for anyone that cannot afford the full of it. There's a platform on Etsy. That's why I put it on Etsy. It allows you to pay in smaller amounts. Okay? Yeah, you got the book. That's great. That's great. The frequency is beyond, okay? Universal consciousness dash golden age dash essence genes. Okay, let's dive into this. Our friends, we have not mentioned to you until today what universal consciousness and essence genes are. Can I repeat that? So ALAMANI fashion. Okay? If you go on Etsy, ALA, it's in my name, it's part of my name. Alamani? Yeah, Alamani fashion. Thank you, Marcus. I don't know how to type. I'm still getting used to this. It allows you to make, and then I just connect. I just call the council that has the book, and I just ship it out. But and then I send them the money. But the the Etsy allows smaller payments, which I think is fantastic. Like, I wish I knew that. Well, actually, I did that, but I wish somebody else did that. That would have helped me a lot. Okay, our friends, we have not mentioned to you until today what universal consciousness and essence genes are. The dimensions of this dictated knowledge book are infinite. The dimensions of this dictated, you're welcome. I'm that makes me happy. This is why I read it online, to let people know the magnitude of this book. Like, I do it no justice. And they tell me not to read it online, but I received, okay, listen to this, okay? So the counselors and the rules of the book, it's not written in here, but there's a way, like, you form groups of 6 and then you come on, you meet at the leader's house every Thursday and Friday, and you read a particular chapter that you're told to read by the reading calendar that is provided to the group leader. And then you connect your aura with the center, and then you receive all these cosmic rays as you read. And it's a phenomenal program that is for the knowledge book. I, however, got thrown into a whole spiritual wash. Okay. I went through this whole upgrade process. And once I finished my upgrade, right, I came on TikTok, and I wasn't a TikTok person. I was an Instagram person. I came on TikTok, never watched a live before. And then a live pops up on my feed. This is how our celestial family are so technologically advanced. A live pop, yeah, Robert is coming soon. Robert is coming soon. Send him happy thoughts. He's pretty good though. He's good. He's coming soon. He comes and watches the live when I do sometimes. I don't know if he's here, but he pops in here and there. But he sends so much positive wishes to all of you, and he's doing his missions in other ways. But he'll be back soon. Oh yeah, yeah. Rob is great, right? Um. So I come on TikTok. I'm sorry that I have to say this, but I just want you to look for your signs. Look for signs in every corner. Look for signs in every corner is what I'm saying. So there's this beautiful group. The beautiful program of this book, the knowledge book, is to form groups, and then on the Friday you're supposed to go out and give a fascicule to a stranger, right? To not a stranger, we're all brothers and sisters, but to an individual. Before you come and you do your reading in the group of 6, right? They call it the flower or the petal. I joined a group, but they told me they didn't make it convenient for me to be in the group. They didn't make it convenient for me because they wanted me to do something else. But I heard of the book through Robert's live. Literally, it popped up. That was the first thing that popped up when I opened TikTok, and I wasn't a TikTok person. And remember, I told you I went through a whole spiritual wash before I got the book. Okay. After my wash, after I snapped, after I was like, I'm done with the matrix, I'm on my path of ascension. And I was like, I went, okay. And then I come on TikTok, first live I see, never watched a live before, is this white man reading this book, which sounds like a lot of the books that I've read in the past, but somehow different. And I'm like, excuse me, please, hi, what book is that? Because I know I've been looking for this book. It says, it's the knowledge book. Get on the Mevlana Access Nucleus group, read the excerpts, da da da. I'm like, okay, bye. Went on Mevlana, read the excerpts. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, tears. Came to him, asked him, how can I get this book? And he guided me on getting this book. But this is how it works. And then I was very nervous about going live because the counselor said that you shouldn't read the book live. It's against the rules, but the rules are not in here. It gives a certain rule of how to form groups, but it does not say you shouldn't read it live. And I tell them, listen, I found the book through a live. People are going to find this book through a live. And when the book was dictated and the programs were made, internet and social media were not there. And don't forget that our families are technologically advanced, that they gave us these means called internet and phones for us to connect to each other worldwide, to propagate the book worldwide from the comfort of one place. It's like a form of lower level telepathy, but this is how we share the book. And I was going through my doubts, and let me tell you what happened when I was going through my doubt. I came on TikTok. The moment I picked up the book, I had 45 followers. I always say this. Within a week, I had over 1,000 followers, which allowed me to go live. Okay? And then after that, I was still nervous because I'm hearing no, 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 no. After that, I received a message on TikTok. It wasn't sent by TikTok. It wasn't sent by a friend. It had my face on it, which would be like I sent it to myself, but you can't send it to yourself. Sorry if I touched the mic. And it says, it's time for you to go live. Our celestial families are waiting. I was like, what? I've never used that title, our celestial families are waiting. I only started using it after I received that message. Our celestial families are waiting. It's time for you to go live. And it gave me a deadline. I was like, no, I'm nervous. Don't push me. I'm not doing it. Like, no, no, I was nervous. I was like, no, no. And I messaged it to Robert and a few other friends. I said, have you ever received anything like this? They said, no. And it says, it's time for you to go live. Our celestial families are waiting. What I'm saying is, look for your signs. Look for your signs. Look for your communication. Look for your connection. They will get to you in different ways. Okay, they only come through certain ways if we're not like all cleared up here. But once we're all cleared up here, okay, then we don't need to be looking elsewhere. We just look within. But look for your signs is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what happened. And so that's why I'm doing it. And then they tell me what to do, and sometimes I argue with it. I'm just like, you know what I mean? But then, like, one time when I joined the group, right? I joined the group, and I joined the group of the council of the one in Canada. Council. I was part of the council of the Knowledge Book, the Canadian Council. I was part of her group, and I love her, and she's amazing. She's a beautiful soul. My gosh, the energy, right? But I told her I'm supposed to read the book live, and she said that's not part of the rules of the book. It's against the rule. And I said, but I'm telling people the importance of them getting this book. I'm letting them know that they need to get their own book, that this is photon cyclone energy written from higher, 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 higher up dimensions unknown to us, and that the book reads them as they read it, and that the book guides them to their awakening and unties all the knots in their brain. I can give a fascicule a day, every Friday before I join the group to read, but that's one fascicule a week where I can reach thousands of people through social media. And don't forget that they gave us social media. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. I don't follow rules. And that's probably why they gave me the book, because I don't follow rules. I don't work. I don't work for anybody. I literally don't work because I cannot work for anybody. I cannot follow rules. But everybody get your book. Everybody get your book. Get your book, please. Please. Please get your book. Okay? And they told me to put it on Etsy. Even if people will disagree, they told me to put it on Etsy because Etsy offers a payment plan, because it is pricey, and Etsy offers a payment plan. And we know that we're going through a whole economic thing, and they don't want it to stop anybody from attaining their book, because this is universal unification. This is the ascension. This is the resurrecting. This is imperative. It's imperative that everybody hears of this. It's imperative. Okay, this is the ascension. This is the resurrecting. The cosmic, the universe is, our skies are open to the universe. Trillions of galaxies, trillions of higher beings, okay, are here right now. And their energy and their influence is being projected on us. This is imperative that everybody hears of this book. It's imperative, okay? People are even getting downloads and they have not even attained their copies yet because the cosmic rays are still coming. But it will fine tune them to understand what the path is, to understand what is happening. Okay? So, yeah. I got what? About 15 to 17 minutes. Let me see where I can reach at. Okay, I can finish one more page. Universal consciousness, golden age, essence, genes. Our friends, we have not mentioned to you until today what universal consciousness and essence genes are. The dimensions of this dictated knowledge book are infinite. Okay? However, religious books are revealed in accordance with an order established in ordinance, parallel to the knowledge capacity of each plan and the universal awareness it has gained. And within that order, a certain period of time is allotted to those books in accordance with a process of development. Each book, thank you too, Fred, each book, each religious book, right, that was sent to us was given a time period. It was given an expiration date that it was supposed to serve its purpose, that it was supposed to bring the public consciousness to a certain level, right? And then another book was sent with a prophet. The last prophet was Muhammad, and there's no more prophets after that, because everybody has to rise to that same consciousness in the period of resurrecting. Everybody has to attain that same cosmic influence. Everybody has to tap into the God consciousness, that we are all one, that we are all powerful, we are all immortal beings, that we should have infinite love, respect, tolerance, humility, no ego for all the realms. That's the only way we can unify with the cosmic, right? Because the cosmic abide by these laws. Our earth does not abide by these laws. Now these laws are given to us for us to abide by, for us to upgrade to, so that we can then match the cosmic, right? So that we can then assimilate. Okay, now a step has been taken towards a period that is very mandatory to transcend. We are about to enter a new order and the beginning of a new age. For this reason, the books that have been revealed to you until today from the religious point of view will from now on be revealed from beyond the religious dimensions. Because the first step is God consciousness and to have allegiance in Him. Now, after elevating you, our brothers and sisters, to this dimension, we have taken you into the ordinance of unification as the second step. Okay, the ordinance of unification. So the first was the religious dimensions, right? Which was what? A step. And the first step is God consciousness. So to know God, know there is a God, and to have allegiance in God, right? And now, after elevating you, so after that period is over, our brothers and sisters, to this dimension, we have taken you into the ordinance of unification as the second step. At this step, all religions are being unified and the truth is being explained to you, our brothers and sisters. The book of Islam that was the last book was prepared in the 18th dimension and was revealed to your planet by intermediaries from the ninth dimension. Okay? So it was revealed, it was dictated from the 18th, and then the individual that brought it to us was from the ninth. Since the public consciousness at that period was not ready yet for universal consciousness and for the advanced energy dimensions, the universal knowledge within it was given as ciphers. So within the Quran, right, there is knowledge in this knowledge book within the Quran, but it was coded, it was ciphers. And my husband and great sheikhs like Sheikh Ibrahim Inyas and great Sufis in the Islamic realm are able to go into the celestial realm, meet the prophet, or the prophet is able to visit them because you're pure, right? And teach them the ciphers. And when they give them the deciphering of these ciphers, they're able to ascend to higher dimensions. So the knowledge of universal consciousness is within the books, but it was made in ciphers. And certain people were able to obtain the codes, right? The key to those ciphers, and they are ascending and they go to different dimensions and they perform healings and they do a whole bunch of other stuff, a whole bunch of other stuff, a whole bunch of other stuff. But with this knowledge book, however, all the truths are being revealed. So the universal knowledge within it was given as ciphers that activated your thought wheels, and the consciousness share of each sacred book enabled the societies concerned to reach certain dimensions by this means. In this way, numerous holiness friends of ours and saints have dived into the depths of enlightenment channels and have grasped the truth by their individual efforts. That's what I was talking about. That certain people, right, through zikr, they call it zikr, which is like sitting in the night and doing countless recitation of certain words. And these words are given to you by someone that has also attained the key. You cannot just get these words. The book always talks about it's a matter of permission. You have to serve an individual, then the individual gives you the key and they tell you how to do it and which days and time to do it, how many amounts you have to say within a certain time period and how long, sometimes 40 days you have to do it. And once the person attains and is able to do that for 40 days, then the lock is open to them. Then they enter that dimension, they attain certain knowledge, right? So in this way, numerous holiness friends of ours and saints have dived into the depths of enlightenment channels and have grasped the truth by their own individual efforts. So this is what I was talking about. However, many friends did not talk due to their fear of the wrath of the divine plan and kept the knowledge they obtained to themselves. This was one of the ordinances of those periods. The bodies of our friends who have been able to reach us through their high awareness have been beamed when they left their world body. Okay? Either before or after they're entombed, right? So they were beamed out either before or after they were entombed. And their essence genes of that period were frozen here by special systems and have been kept for the golden age. Okay, so people that the sages and the prophets, right, that were beamed up, right, they were their essence genes were frozen up there, and they're sent back to us during this period of the golden age. This, just so you all know, I go live at 7 Central Time. Ooh, oh my goodness, you guys have to go to Theo's live. The energy there is so beautiful. Like, I almost felt like crying. I've read what you're reading, but listen, remember the book talks about how like we're all different frequencies, right? When we're reading the book, our frequencies, like we feel the frequency of the individual and the book, right? When you go on Theo's live, it's just beautiful. I felt like crying. Like I read what he was reading already, and I was just like, this sounds so new and beautiful and just divine all over again. So 7 p.m. we all have to be there. Many cells of those matured bodies have been engrafted into the fetuses that have been bestowed on your society, and a social order has been established. So the sages, right, and the prophets, many cells of those matured bodies have been engrafted into the fetuses. So these new babies that are coming through from when this book was being written, that have been bestowed on your society, and social order has been established through the gene transfers. Each gene has been taken one by one into the medium of evolvement on your planet by the assistance of cosmic currents. Some of those genes have become the light of society by their individual efforts, and some others have become degenerated and have been taken into different evolvement levels in other dimensional energies. And some of the genes have transcended by the cosmic awareness they gained, and even their essence genes that have been kept frozen here. These genes too have been taken into the system of being frozen and kept here after leaving the world to be bestowed on your planet in accordance with the consciousness of different ages. For example, Mevlana's father was an essence gene. Okay, Mevlana transcended him. These procedures have been continuing for centuries, and the system is being established by this means. The transition during this period of resurrecting will be provided entirely by the frozen essence genes, who have been the supreme ones of the religious dimension. Okay, so all our prophets are here and they're helping us. I say, yeah, you should. We call them noble genes. A lot of these noble genes have been sown one by one on your planet for the golden age, and will still be sown. Presently, they live among you with unveiled awareness. All the prophets and sages are living among us, and they all like they have all their memories, they have all their knowledge, they're performing their missions as well to help us in this resurrecting. Their former forms to which you were habituated will seem contradictory to you, so they're not in the same bodies, since they carry the bodies within the genes of their initial existence. This is very natural. So some of them are even females. This is very natural. For this reason, we will emphasize these genes transfer from time to time. Some of them are even females. I say, so that is page 211 that I'm leaving off. Infinite gratitude, sending peace and love and harmony to all our terrestrial brothers and sisters, sending infinite gratitude to all our celestial family, sending infinite gratitude to all our sages and prophets that are here in this period of resurrecting. Yeah. In her previous life, she was a man, and she was Mevlana, who was a Sufi, who attained high consciousness. And in this period, she is Mrs. Korak, Bülent Korak. Yeah, from Anatolian Turkey. Ah, my waist. Infinite love, infinite gratitude, infinite humility, infinite tolerance, sending peace and harmony to the entire universe. Understand that you're created from the essence of the one who is the essence. And we're being called back. Just like the ocean, just like the water splashes outwards and eventually draws back, just like the ocean comes outwards in the waves and still goes back within inwards. So are we being called back to the atomic wall? That's cool. So read that. Cool. And then you have to go back to the beginning. The introductory fascicules are fascicule 1, fascicule 20, and 25. These are the three introductory fascicules that, if we wanted to give it to a new person, these are the three introductory fascicules that we give out. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there. And also, if anybody wants to form a group and you need help connecting to the counselor in your country, I can help you. They can guide you on how to form a group, um, and how to register your group with the Anatolian channel. Just DM me. Just DM me. Okay, just DM me, and I can give you contact. I I navigate it pretty easily. Yeah, no, it literally, like, you cannot remember. It's actually made in that way. It's actually made in such a way that you cannot memorize it. You can try, you cannot memorize it. You need 500 something followers. Everybody try to follow on Marcus, please. But what you can start doing from now is just reading like a page. Like when the page calls out to you, just read it, like recording the reading, and then, like, and you post it, right? And then they will give you your audience. If that's what you're meant to do, they'll give you your audience. But don't forget that you can also spread the word with, your surroundings, your friends, your peers, your schoolmates, and all that, right? Let them tap into it. You don't have to like bombard them with everything, but you can give them like certain ciphers. I'm trying to go live to read too. Oh, excellent. Oh, yeah, it took me a while. I still have anxiety before I come live. Yeah, I think I follow you too, Fred. Well, we don't make judgment, right, Marcus? So we don't make judgment. The book says that don't feel like, oh, if I say this to this person, they're going to think this. It tells us not to think like that. It just tells us to just deliver the message. Because once you planted the seed, that's your job. And then they take it from there. There are some people that I spoke to about the book that um, didn't even bother with me. And then in time, they came back and said, oh my God, I had this dream. You know what I mean? Months after, they came back and said, "Oh my God, I had this dream. What was that book called again? How do I get it?" You know what I mean? So it's not your job to pass a judgment on whether their consciousness level, or some people are pretenders. Like, if I'm not pretenders, but like if I'm walking in the street, you will not know whether I have the knowledge book or not. You will not know whether I have tapped into Theo. Theo, you're making me shy. Don't make me go off the live. I'm gonna be shy. But some people are like, if I'm walking on the street, like, and even my husband is a spiritual person, and he taps into higher dimensions, and he battles like witchcraft and spells that have been placed on people, and karmic stuff. Like, he knows the ciphers to the Quran because he's been taught it because of his previous life, right? So he knows the cipher, so he knows what to write and then wash it for individuals to bath and cleanse themselves of spiritual stuff, and to also bring luck and love and open doors for people, and even help people in their marriages spiritually, and all that stuff. Like, he does a whole bunch of stuff. But he's a soccer player. Oh, it's Fred. Okay. He's a soccer player. He has blonde hair, piercing, two piercings in the ear. He wears shorts. He's a soccer player. So we don't pass judgment, because a lot of people have unveiled awareness, but they're in different avatars, right? So we don't pass judgment. Oh, you did. Excellent. Cool. Theo, it's funny. But yeah, so just plant the seeds. Just do your mission. Don't don't feel like, oh, this person is going to think of you this way or that way. Just do your mission. This is a cosmic thing, so we cannot apply earth feelings to it, right? We should only just be on the vibration of love and do the mission in that way. Yeah. Robert, you feel his power? Is that what you're saying, Theo? Just do your mission. So don't pre-think what reaction you're gonna get. Just plant the seed. Once the seed is planted, that's it, right? They take over from there. If the person cannot be awakened, they just take them to a different medium. But they make that call because they assess the thought frequency. My husband, thank you. Yeah. Oh, you feel his power? Oh, he's pretty hidden. I'm surprised you're able to. A lot of people, when he helps people in the spiritual medium, like people that certain people are casting voodoos and stuff on them, and he gives them the cleanse and then he gives them the protection. Those beings that were affecting that client now try to find out who is it that was able to remove the spells, and they can't see him in the spiritual realm. He's that hidden. They know there's a being, but they can't see him. Can't even find his name out there. One day he told me his spiritual name, and then he wiped my memory. Literally, it's been over 10 years, and I cannot think it, cannot remember it. So mean, so mean. I told him when I'm fully unveiled, oh, he better be ready for me. Yeah, yeah, he has always been. Yeah, in his previous incarnation, he was himself. So when he came, his dad knew him, and his dad just gave him to all the people that had his knowledge, and then he still had to serve. That's where the humility comes in, right? Infinite humility. He still had to serve all these sheikhs and all these sages, and then they gave him back certain of his knowledge, and he continued his work. He's helped lots of people. He does charge for his work though, because it's his job. I, on the other hand, I told the cosmos to give me a lottery of a few millions, and just to open all the doors of abundance and wealth to me, because I quit nursing, I quit everything. This is my mission, and I said, okay, universe, I'm here now. I understand. I always knew. I was just waiting. I was just waiting for this, and I'm nervous about where I'm gonna be going. Um, I'm nervous about the magnitude of the mission that they're gonna put me on. I am nervous, so they're kind of like doing it slowly. Even though some days I'm like, okay, I'm ready, let's go full course, blow it out. I'm ready to scream, and then it's like, just give me a little bit more time. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to paradise. I've gotten to this place where like I don't even want to know who I am anymore. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, who am I? Who am I? Because I feel it. I feel this really great energy person, that I am. I feel who she or he, I don't know. I feel them. At the same time, I'm like, does it even matter? Like, let me just do my work and just do what it is that I'm sent here to do and just get it over with. Because at the end of the day, there is no individualism. So we're going back to the atomic whole where we're all equal. So what's the point of knowing who I am? Sometimes I get curious, but most of the time I just dance to the flow. Hey Fred, are you talking about me? You're making me nervous again. Yeah, the Golden Galaxy. Thank you if you're talking about me, Fred. Thank you. I appreciate it. Infinite gratitude. Oh, thank you, Fred. I ask for nothing. I always have what I need to survive in this realm. Yeah, I understand that. See, but I'm spoiled, Theo. And then on top of that, they put me in a woman's body. So that part still has to play out. So that's that. I like beautiful stuff. And I know I'm going to be traveling a lot, a lot, lot. Ugh, I feel like throwing up. I just got nervous. Whew. Theo, Theo. Yeah, you receive what you deserve. Um, that's where infinite gratitude comes in, right? Like I'm completely appreciative of everything. Like I've been taken care of always. And the book even says like don't be afraid of like having children and thinking, how am I gonna raise these kids? Like it's not your job. The universe, the one who brings them here through you, is the one that's responsible for them. So even just that thought alone, all I know is that I'm in a very happy place. I'm in a very happy place. Like I'm naturally high all the time. Just knowing the day and time that we're in, and just knowing that we're part of such a great ordinance, and like just knowing our creator, like oh my god, like just you know how people feel so special when your dad is like the president or the dad is like the CEO of Apple, I don't know, whatever. Our all father is the creator. Our all father, we're cut from his cloth, we're from the same fabric. All of us are super special, y'all. And then not only that, we're light beings. Even this dense matter is still light energy. Ah, like that's my natural high. That's I walk with a big head in that humbleness of it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. No matter what it is that you're going through, you have to always show gratitude. You always have to have gratitude. You always have to have gratitude. Because some people don't even get to go through that, and then their lives are cut short and then they have to come and repeat this whole thing again. You know what I mean? And to understand that every event that we go through, whether it's housing issue, whether it's finances, whether it's childlessness, all of it is just meant for you to leap over it. If you attain the knowledge of your previous life, this life and everything that you go through will make so much more sense. If you attain the knowledge of the future life, this present moment will make so much more sense. The point is, nothing here is permanent and everything is an examination, and we're on a course of evolution, right? So we're trialed with all these things just to see how we will handle it. Are we still maintaining our essence, right? Are we still having, are we birthing positive thinking, or are we allowing this event, these thresholds to boggle us down? And are we becoming slaves of this problem? Or are we becoming the masters and leaping over it, right? If you think about it, that this is part of your evolution, that this is part of your threshold that you need to leap over, then you just ask for the assistance needed. You just ask for the knowledge needed. You just ask for the cosmic energy needed to overcome it. And the most important thing is to understand that you're in control of how you handle situations. You're in control of the thought that you give a particular situation. You can have all this positive thought towards a situation that may be disagreeable, but you can just be happy about it. All the prophets did this. There were so many events where, like, you know, certain people changed and conformed to a religious medium because the prophets were so kind, even though they try to like do so much evil stuff to them, right? So the point is for us to elevate ourselves above all the examinations, to understand that you have all this universal cosmic knowledge, right? You're made from this knowledge. You are this knowledge. You are this love. Just embody it and be it. And don't allow anything to beat you down. Don't allow yourself to be a slave of yourself. which is your thoughts. If they're not serving you, you become a slave of it. That's why people fall into depression, because they become a slave of their own thinking, and they're forgetting that they're the ones who are creating these thoughts. Okay? Ethereal existence, yeah. Hmm. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave you all here for now. I'm not gonna say when I'm coming on live, because the last time I said that I didn't, and I felt bad. But I had so many shipments to do, like a lot of orders came in, and I thought I could just get it done in just a bit of time, and then it consumed all the time that my husband had somewhere to go, and then I had to be with the kids, so I couldn't come. Um, yeah, like the DMT orders on my Etsy channel is going through the roof. So thank you for being here. It's not my knowledge, it's our knowledge. So it's all of us. So I'll do my best to be here next time. Thank you all for being here. Infinite gratitude, infinite love, infinite happiness, infinite harmony to every single one of us. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Aida. Hi, Aida Perez, you beautiful lady. Marcus. Thank you, Fred. All right, family. Hopefully, I see you all soon. Again, spread the word, spread the word, spread the knowledge of the awakening. Let them know. Let them know who we are, that we're cosmic beings, that we live in space. Let them know not to be afraid of any aliens coming through, because we ourselves are galactic beings. Love and light to you too, Fred. All right, I say, spread the knowledge, please. Spread, spread, spread the knowledge. Let us wake up all terrestrial brothers and sisters together, so we can all attain that level of consciousness together, right? That's the only way we're getting out of the firmament. We have to match the vibration, the frequency of the firmament in order to go through it like water. Otherwise, it would just be like a glass wall. Yeah, make up flyers. That sounds pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I can contribute a little bit of money. I don't have that much right now. I will. I will. I'm abundant. I can contribute. Yeah, for sure. Flyers. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. I can actually probably design the flyer. I'm pretty okay with. I do a little bit of Photoshop, so you probably work on that too. All right, family. I'm gonna go head on up. Thank you all for being here. Bye. Sending peace and love. Yeah. Well, I'll see. Message me with you. Let's see what we can do. Right. Bye, family. What? Come on. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Definitely the front cover has to be there. Then certain parts um of the book, but then it's gonna be hard to read, right? But then we have to write like a thing. If we go on the Mevlana Essence Nucleus group, in the excerpts, I'm sure we can find like a very powerful paragraph that kind of like sums it, and then we can put that there. And then we can put some galaxies. Thank you, Wyatt. We can put some galaxies. We can put I feel like if you put spaceships, well, we can, well, because we don't really know what our celestial family ships look like, so I don't want to like, but like, yeah, And we could put the awakening, the mass awakening, right? And then something. We can work on it. Eid Mubarak to you too, Shaima. But yeah, message me to you. Yeah, a single page. Pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Um, and I think Vista Print can just print the flyer, and then I can like put your address in, and then they can like mail it to you, and then you can do your stuff with it. All right, Theo. Thank you. That's a great idea. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, look for your signs. Look for your signs. They give you these ideas, and then it's your higher self, and it's them, right? Oh, okay. Well, let's work on a design together. Or you can just do it. It's your idea. Do it. It's pretty cool. I love it. If I need to do that, I'll do that on my end. But yeah. But if you need me to design it, then I could do that. Then I could help with that. Then I could email it to you. Oh, then I'm here. Yay. Teamwork. Okay. All right. Message me. All right, family. Bye. Thank you for being here.